Alright, let's dive into setting up a basic chatbot interface using XGENIA. We'll start with a clean slate. Naming this project Simple Chatbot. This is our initial structural definition. And with that, we load into the XGENIA workspace. Let's select Mobile Big for this setup. This gives us a good representation of the target container size. Now let's inspect the flow. Selecting the Start Page node shows us its underlying structure, a group and a page router. We don't need the default text node, so let's remove it. The goal is to build a custom composition. Next, let's construct the header for our chatbot. We'll add a new group node. Let's renaming it to Group Title for clear component identification. Within our header group, we need a text node, so let's make it. This text node is now a child of our group title. Setting the content property for this node to Chatbot. Choosing the font to Roboto. Adjusting the text style to Title Large to give it appropriate visual weight for a title element. Focusing back on the group title container, let's define its dimensions and style. Setting the width to 100% to span the container and fixing the height at 20 pixels. I'll give the header a distinct visual identity by changing the background color to primary dark. Revisiting the height, let's make it responsive by setting it to 5% of the parent container height, rather than a fixed pixel value. Just a slight tweak to the aesthetic, using a custom dark purple for the background. But it seems like dark color is overwhelmed the layout. We need to change it. Yes, selecting that lighter shade makes the header less aggressive. Now for the persistent input area at the bottom, we add another group element to the page. Naming this Group Text Input, it will hold our input field and the send button. Within this new container, we need a component for user interaction. Let's add a text input node. And every good chat interface needs a send button, adding a button node to the input group. Let's make the UI better. On the group text input, change the button layout from vertical to horizontal. Now, let's configure the input field itself. Adjusting the alignment to center elements vertically and ensure the input and button occupy the full width effectively. Don't forget to set the word send in button node in the center of the bracket. Since the text input and button are side by side, we must change the container's layout from vertical to horizontal. Adding one more group node will make the UI clear. Why not adding one? Get back to the text input. Adding placeholder text, type here for user guidance. We can simplify this by disabling the label field, as a placeholder is sufficient here. For the button styling and functionality, changing the button's label to the action verb, send. Instead of a text label, let's use a clear, concise visual cue, the send icon. We'll enable the icon property, search for send, and select the appropriate graphic. Setting the icon to the right of the label for visual flow. The icon is visually clear enough. Now let's check any other else within the canvas. Setting the bottom margin to 10 pixels makes the UI more clear and text input becomes more visible. How about setting the UI of the group title? Make the padding into 5 pixels up and bottom. Then set the top margin to 10% seems good. Don't forget to adjust the dimension and alignment in the center of the box. Set the corner radius into 10 pixels, makes the UI more aesthetic. Now let's define the border. We're switching to a solid border style with a 2-pixel border width. For debugging visibility, we'll temporarily set the border color to something aggressive, like red danger. This is a good trick. We immediately see where our bounding box is. The header's background color needs attention. We'll select danger as a starting point and use the color picker to fine-tune it to a specific shade. Let's try searching a color that looks calming to contrast the border. It may take a bit longer. Shade of turquoise seems to be a good choice for this one. Now, synchronize the color of the border by looking for the analogous palette of turquoise from the color picker. All right, it looks good now. Consistency in color palettes is key for a good user experience. Finally, the send button. Adding the left margin by 5 pixels seems fine and make it look more centered. Checking its dimensions is crucial for usability, especially on touch devices. So this is the final check for UI component setup. Surely it is not perfect yet, but the UI layout is clearly visible. We'll continue on the next session. Thanks for watching. Get XGENIA for free today at xgenia.ai and start building smarter and faster than ever.